今天我们前往的地方是美国的 Medieval Times 中世纪时代古堡。城堡曾是中世纪欧洲和中东地区领主或贵族私人住所的武装建筑，高大威严，让人生畏。时光飞逝，岁月变迁，我们眼前的这座中世纪时代古堡，其实已是一个集马术表演、购物、餐饮等一体的大型娱乐场所。让我们一起进去体验一番吧。这里是室内马圈，古堡内所有的马匹平时都居住在这个温馨的地方。Ritterhahn 是马场的负责人兼驯马师，古堡内每一匹马的情况他都了如指掌。平时不多话的他，一聊起马就停不下来了。
We have 29 horses. We need up to 12 horses, 13 horses to perform a night. We have a breeding farm in Dallas, Texas. That's why we have the breeding program over there. So the babies are born there, and they send them when they're 3 years old. So once they are 3 years old, they are ready to carry the weight of the riders and balance themselves. So they ship them to us. The training process, we have to start slow. We get on the horses, let them get used to the weight, let them build their muscle. They're like, technically, if you will, they're athletes too. We have to build their muscle. I mean, strength physically and mentally before we put it in the show. So it usually takes between 2 to 7 years. It depends what you want them to do in the show. So everybody has a signed job. So like the game horses, what they do, just they run straight and they do like the falls. We just teach them to run straight, quiet. This guy is Ambicioso. We call him Ambi, short Ambicioso. He's one of the breeding stallions. We have quite few babies. As you see, he's a beautiful horse. He has beautiful conformation. He's Andalusian. He's PRE, Spanish horse. And actually, as a matter of fact, we have his baby, one of the babies here, and he does the airs, what we call the airs above the ground, when he jump and he kick. He's 11 years old. He's been with me here in this castle 2 years. Yeah. He's been in Dallas. He has a job just to make babies. Now he's working, he's performing. He does the solo act, where he performs by himself. We try to retire them when they're like 16, 17. That's not really old, because some people, they can keep their horses up to 30s if they're well trained and healthy. We try to stop their career when they're 60s. Two things: either we find some people, they like to take them, we use them as a pet. We see if we find them good home, we follow up on them. If not, we have 250 acre in Dallas. He's gonna go back to the same farm, and they're gonna be just retired there, be turned out loose, be horses, and to the end of their life. It's about memory and repeating. The horses, it's just about, you show them a trick just for him to lift his leg. You tap him once, twice, and then he figure out, okay, he wants me to pick up the leg, and then repetition, and eventually he's gonna memorize that. And each trick has different cue. Most of the tricks we teach the horse, they do it naturally. They do it naturally. So what we do, we try to create the cue, and then we put those tricks in the command. So in the show, we see like he's supposed to run quiet, and he jerked or he lost his balance. Okay, so he needs to work on that. Like I said, they are like athletes. We have to get like really close attention to what they do, and we see how we can fix things. We have only boys. We don't have a mares. And like I said, if we bring a female here, you're gonna hear screaming from. Yes, and we cannot perform. And he's like one of the babies. This is the guy. He's gonna be white. I'll show you this quick, and hey, he's gonna be white completely. Like, and he's still only 4 now. You see, he's still dark, but all that's gonna fade, and he's gonna be white. Okay. Yes, Ambi didn't have a long mane. We used to breed him, but no, not. But if it's too long like this guy, for a couple of reasons. To not get in his face, he doesn't chew on it, and he doesn't, if he gets next to another horse, he might gonna bite it, he's gonna ruin it. So, to protect it too. And when it gets hot, it cool off a little bit and have too much hair on one side. Yeah, go back.
面对眼前如此可爱的马儿，我们的主持人小蜜主动要求给它喂食。
Today we are at Medieval Times in Buena Park, and I'm about to feed the horse Ambi. Let's do it. Come here, Ambi.
闻到了草料的香味儿，白马立刻探起头开吃。本以为小蜜会因为害怕而缩回手，结果它完全没有畏惧，出色的给白马喂了草料。看白马吃的那香喷喷的样子，小蜜，你这次又交了一个新朋友。吃饱喝足，那该是上场表现的时候啦。这里是中世纪时代古堡的马术表演场，在大批观众还没有到来前，我们运气很好，可以有幸一睹他们的日常排练情景。Jessie 是古堡的骑士领袖，光鲜夺目的他对自己的工作充满了热情，拉着我们听他讲述自己的出道历程。
So when I first started working here, I was in security, and I would avoid being around the horses at all whatsoever. So like our stable area, I would just not go near them. I would walk around them as much as possible and not be near them. Got bored of that, and I was always watching the show, and it looked like being a knight was fun. So I transferred down here and became a squire. I did that for about 6-7 months, and then I became a knight. A squire is, in our show, it's like a stagehand. Historically, it was a boy who was being trained underneath a knight. So they would learn combat and how to tack up a horse and how to ride a horse and whatnot. So it's kind of similar in this situation. In our castle, we hire squires, and they learn how to work with horses, tack them up, ride, sword fight, and then eventually when it gets to the point where they are able to perform in the show, they'll be promoted to becoming a knight, and then they'll do the show. They're a lot of fun. They're almost like giant puppies when you get close to them, and sometimes you kind of forget that they are these giant animals that can step on your feet and crush you. But they're pretty friendly. They're very well tempered. We have really good horses here. Well, day-to-day routine is mostly, it's very horse related. Right now I'm training a newer horse. He's an Azteca, he's a stallion. And I'm working with him and putting him in the show, and he's doing it successfully right now. And I'm working with him to learn how to joust, so having the loud noises and breaking on shields and getting used to the ringing of the swords and whatnot, and kind of getting them used to that whole situation. So when we come in, it can vary on what we do. Sometimes we'll get the horses a break if we had a lot of shows. Like last week we had a large show count, and so we gave the horses a week off. So what we do then is We work on our combat. Sometimes we'll work out and just kind of condition ourselves. So we try to stay in shape. It's a very, very physical job. It's very active. It takes a lot to do this job, and to keep your body in good shape is going to prevent you from injuries and any like torn anything or sprained muscles and stuff like that. Actually, it's really important that we build a bond with the horses because we rely on them so heavily for everything that we do. I mean, we're falling off of them, we're riding them around, we're in an arena with over 1,200 people who are screaming, chanting, banging plates and whatnot, and if the horse isn't comfortable and he doesn't trust you, you're gonna have an issue. So we establish that bond by working with them every day, riding, just kind of taking care of them, you know what I mean? Like I said, the squires are the ones who are mostly hands-on with them. They're the ones who are gonna be tacking them up, and they kind of will recognize the people who are comfortable around them. Horses can really tell if you're nervous around them or not. And they can be playful and kind of take advantage of you a little bit if you are shy with them. But if they know that you know what you're doing, they'll listen and they'll leave. I've only been the head knight for about 5-6 months now. I'm newly promoted, but I've been doing this job for about 7 years. I come into work and I work with a bunch of friends, you know what I mean? Like we all joke around, and it's like a locker room mentality. It's a boys club almost, because yeah, I mean we all goof off, we all joke around, and I mean we have to go out there and perform in front of, like I said, thousands of people, and that's just our job, is to provide entertainment and to make people happy and kind of give them an escape for 2 hours and be here and forget everything else that's going on in their life, and they can be here and scream and chant and yell and have a good time. We actually prefer that you don't have any horse experience, because at that point you're a blank slate. So to learn something that's kind of weird to begin with is easier to instill, because some people who have horse riding experience probably ride a different way than we do. They do Western or jumping or whatever it is. What we do is it's English, it's more of an English riding. It's dressage and mixtures of other things. So we have our own way of doing everything. To become a knight, it's kind of like any other job where you fill out an application. Yeah, and then you write in squire, and you go through the interview process, and if I decide that you're fit to be a squire, you'll be hired. To become a squire actually has some prerequisites to it. You have to actually pass a heart rate monitor test, where it's kind of like this stepping thing that you come up and it measures your heart rate. So ideally we're looking for people who are physically fit, because as I said before, to do this job you have to be physically fit to do this. I mean, it's very, very physical. Like, even for a squire who isn't in a combat or isn't fighting, is still running back and forth. They're basically our stagehands, so we rely on them for getting our weapons out, taking our horses, making sure that the arena's safe and all that. So to become a squire, you just have to be someone who's going to be physically capable of doing this job. And every squire that we hire is always going to be a potential knight. So we look for those qualities in a person, someone who works well, who has ambition, and has a drive, and has a personality to perform in front of these people.
现今社会，也许您一辈子也见不到一个骑士、一匹战马，但这里有你所有想要的：骑士、骏马、打斗、竞技，没有你想不到的，就看你敢不敢做。这些经验丰富的驯马师能让胯下的马听从他们摆布，他们对马的驾控就如同我们平时开车，得心应手，游刃有余。在奔跑中，他们追寻方向；在格斗中，他们体现价值。哎呦，当心，没说坏吧？可把我们小蜜吓着了。其实他们是在进行特技动作排练呢。观众想要看到的就是这种热闹和刺激，他们正通过自己的努力和付出来满足大家。 前来观看表演的人已经陆续赶到了，先别急，热热身，看看有没有什么吸引你的周边产品可以购买。从中世纪的漂亮服装、皇冠到金光灿灿的武器，样样俱全。穿戴上这些玩意儿进场，才符合时代的设定。中世纪时代古堡的马场市场营销专员 Jessie 专门负责顾客接待和商品销售，他对古堡的历史和发展也是了如指掌。让我们看看他是怎么说的吧。
The first Medieval Times opened in 1973 on the island of Mallorca, Spain. It started with the family who founded Medieval Times actually comes from Spain, and since it was so successful in Europe, they decided to bring it over to the US. In 1983, they opened the first castle in Florida, Orlando, Florida, the Kissimmee Castle. 3 years later, with the success of the Kissimmee Castle, they decided to bring it to the West Coast. So we opened up the Buena Park location in 1986. We have a total of 9 locations in North America. We have 8 in the US. They go anywhere from Dallas to Maryland, New Jersey, to South Carolina, and we have our first international castle in Toronto. Medieval Times, California, the Buena Park Castle is open 365 days a year. We don't close our doors. Rain or shine, we're open. We have shows typically during the week. They are in the evening at 7. We have 1 during the off season. Then weekends we have anywhere from 2 to 3 shows a day. The weapons are real. Of course, they're not sharp to avoid injury, but they are made of titanium. So when you're in the show, you'll hear the shield with a spada clash, and that is the real noise that the weapon is making. So it's real. There is no blood. I mean, we don't do that. We sell anything from swords, like real swords. You can own your own sword if you want. We sell those here. We sell real armor as well. We have crowns for the kids. We have light up swords for the boys. We also offer a Hall of Stallions, where you can come in and meet the stars of the show before you see them perform out. So they'll be behind glass, of course, but you can see them in their costume as they're getting ready to go out and perform. We also offer 2 bars. They're full-service bars, so you can get your margarita, your pina colada to go with that large meal that you'll get. We have photo opportunities with our costume characters that you can take upon arriving. You take a picture with the princess and the king out front, and we also have special costumes that you can use to put on and have fun. Yeah, the audience members can dress up in their costumes when they come in. So you come in and we'll escort you to the photo department, and then there they can give you the option of having that. You can expect to see 30 magnificent horses. We have Andalusian horses, which are Spanish horses, and they're white and they're beautiful. You can also expect to see knights on horseback, real medieval weapons. So our knights, they joust on horseback. So you'll see like the wood go everywhere and explode in front of you. It's really incredible. You can also expect to see a king, a Lord Chancellor, a princess, the story of love. She falls in love with one of the knights. You can also expect to enjoy a medieval 4-course meal that you will eat with your hands. So there's a big piece of chicken that you'll get with your hands, and there are no utensils in medieval times, so you'll eat the whole meal.
养兵千日，用兵一时。有请我们的骑士和骏马出场。骑士们并不只是铁血一面，也充满了浪漫情怀。瞧这位深情一吻之后向观众席抛来了玫瑰，哇哦，被我们的小蜜接到了。小蜜今天运气是太好了，瞧把她高兴的样儿。中世纪马术与当今科技在这里完美结合，音乐与动作融会贯穿，灯光和情景交相呼应，带给观众的是无尽的欢乐和永恒的回忆。刀光剑影，殊死拼杀，只有真正的骑士才能脱颖而出，力挽狂澜，书写历史。随着硝烟散去，表演进行到了尾声，所有骑士和骏马再次隆重登场，给观众谢幕。对所有的人来说，这都是一次难忘的演出。